Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming another plan with me. So this plan with me was for the very end of February. I think it was February 28th into the beginning of March. I don't remember exactly what day it goes to, but I think it started on the 28th. So I am using, as I just kind of showed you, a kit from LynnerDesigns, and this is the spring cleaning kit. It was a little bit early to use a spring cleaning kit. I felt like it was like the first week of March. I would have preferred to use this a little bit later, but honestly it was the only kit that kind of felt fitting for this week. And not even just because I cleaned, but because I didn't really have any other kits that just were like anytime kits that I felt matched like a good color scheme for like this time of year. So anyways, I'm still trying to build up my stash of kits, so, but I did want to do this plan with me, so I figured I might as well just use this, spring cleaning kit, and I think it ended up cute, and, I mean, it works. So, anyways, I ended up really liking it, so I'm glad I used it. I got it in the matte paper from, LynnerDesigns. And then I also used a foil bundle from Caress Press, and I chose to use just plain silver because I don't know, like to me, silver just feels very clean, and so like it was a spring cleaning kit, so I figured that just feels the most fitting, is a nice clean silver. I don't know if that makes sense to literally anybody else, but it made sense in my head, so whatever. Also, this is the first time that I tried to not mark the lines for where I should be putting the glitter headers. So if you've seen the previous plan with me, I normally mark little pencil lines where the glitter headers need to go, since I don't use bougie boxes and there's no lines in the middle of these boxes to kind of mark the dividers of the different sections of the day. So this time I just kind of eyeballed it, and it worked out pretty much okay. At the very bottom, one of the full boxes didn't end up lining up correctly, but it didn't really bother me that much. So I think it ended up fine. But yeah, so there wasn't really too much going on this week. Nothing too major that I can fully think of, at least. It's pretty much just a normal week of me going to school and going to my work and going to my internship and just being busy, as I always am. But actually right now, currently, I am almost at the very end of my internship, so I'm really excited about that. I have 2 more weeks left, so I have 4 more days there. I mean, okay, so I'm excited about it, and I'm kind of upset. I think I kind of talked about this in my last plan with me as well. But I'm going to miss everybody there. I'm going to miss the comfortability I feel at that internship, especially because when I move on to my master's program, I'm going to have to start a new internship and learn from scratch all over again and learn people's names and the routines, and I'm very comfortable where I'm at now. I've been there since the end of August, so, I mean, honestly, the way I've been explaining it to a lot of people is, like, it feels like quitting a job almost, like leaving a job. And to be honest, like, a lot of my jobs in the past, I had one job prior to the job I'm at right now, which is at the doggy daycare, which if you've never seen my videos, that's where I work. But my very first job is the only other job that I kind of had long term. So my first ever job was working at the dry cleaners. So I worked at a dry cleaners that was near my house. It was an amazing first job, honestly. I found it through one of my mom's friend's daughters worked there, and she recommended it to my mom for my first job. And I actually went and applied on my 16th birthday, and I cried about it because I was terrified. I was literally 16 years old and just was shy and scared. But I went and did it, and that was my first job, and I think I was there for just over 2 years. And then the only reason I left that job was because it closed down because of finance issues, and so they just had to shut it down. Not many people really use dry cleaners anymore, so that was kind of the issue. But that was, and honestly, I probably would have worked there for so long. The shifts were literally 3-hour-long shifts, and they were from 3 to 7. And honestly, it was really just a great job. My boss did not care what we did. He let us go on our phones. He let us do homework. I used to read there all the time. And so I'd get my homework done while at work, as long as I got all of my, like, morning, well, not morning because it was in the afternoon, but, like, the first little tasks that I had to do, as long as those got done, he didn't care what we did. Like, he wanted us to read. He wanted us to do our homework. He wanted us to be productive in school. He wanted us to have good grades. And he was just a really, really nice guy. So that was my first job. And then every other job after that, I really just didn't stay at for very long. I worked at a Panera for just a summer, and that was just because I wanted something to do over the summer before I went to school. And then when I moved back to school, there wasn't really any Paneras around me, so I just kind of quit. I had a lot of issues with my managers at Panera as well, so that was kind of another issue, but overall the company was fine. It was mainly just like the managers at my location, and then like a year later my location shut down, so there is not even open anymore. But I worked there. I worked at a Dunkin' Donuts for a little bit when I first went to school, for my sophomore year when I first started going to my school there. And I did not stay there very long. I stayed there literally like 2 weeks for the same reasoning, that my managers sucked. And they literally left me by myself on my second week. Like, I was completely alone. I had nobody there with me. I had no managers, no coworkers, no nothing. It was just me in the building for like an hour and a half. And I still really didn't know how to make much of anything. And because it was the first week of school and it was an on-campus Dunkin', we were crazy busy. And I had a line out the door pretty much the whole time I was by myself. And I didn't know how to make anything. So I just started making random things and hoping it was right. So I quit that job just mainly for my mental health because it was killing me and I hated that job. I don't know if all Dunkins are like that. I just know the one I was at was like that. So I'm not saying that the whole company is bad, of course, but yeah, that was my experience. I worked at a billing company before, just for a little bit over the summer. I actually worked with my mom, but that was the same summer that my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer. So I didn't really go to that job very much because my mom was kind of my boss, and my mom didn't really go either because of medical treatments and being sick. So she didn't really go, so therefore neither did I. I started that job right before we found out, so it was kind of like a shocker. And so I didn't really work there that much, although that was a great job. I really liked that job as well. It was just like office work. And then now I am at a doggy daycare. And so I really like it there. I've been there now coming up on 2 years. I started out in the back doing a lot of the cleaning and things, and then got promoted to work up front as a receptionist. And that's kind of what I've been doing since I started there. And I really like it. It's a great job. I love being able to do like office work because that's kind of what I like the most, especially in like part-time work. But I still get to see all the dogs and pet all of my favorite little dogs that I had come to love from working in the back. And so it's a great job overall. I really like it. But yeah, it definitely keeps me busy. Like I've said before, I'm super, super busy right now, and it makes things a little bit challenging, but I like to be busy, I guess. I'd prefer being busy over being bored. And I guess that used to be a lot different. When I was in high school, I would rather just sit in my room all day, and that did not bother me. But now that I'm older, like, I need something to do. I don't want to just sit around all day. Like, yeah, I'll like to, like, hang out every once in a while and just, like, have some me time or whatever. But mainly, I like to be busy and have some sort of something going on in my life. So that's kind of what this job does. I mean, this job on top of my internship, on top of just doing school in general is kind of keeping me busy. So, I don't know. I guess I just like to have lots of different things to do. And that's the good thing, too, is that having lots of different things to do is much better than just one thing that I'm doing all the time, because I feel like I get bored with that kind of mentality. Like, just only having the one thing that I could be doing constantly, like just doing school all the time or just doing my internship all the time. Like, I have a lot of variety in my life, so I feel like that just kind of works for me best. And I know when I graduate, that's probably not possible, but that's kind of the thing with social work, is it's very broad, so I can pick something to do as a profession that is kind of ever-changing, and that won't just be like the same thing every single day, day in, day out. And I also think it would be good to have a little bit more free time. I feel like if I'm this busy now, I need to have a lot of variety in my things that I'm doing. But once I get to a point where I just have to work like a 9 to 5, I feel like I'll need less variety just because I'll be less busy and can fill my time with other things like hobbies, like planning, of course, and spending time with my dog. And then, yeah, just, I don't know, the things that come with getting older. I'm planning a wedding right now. That'll come more into play after I graduate. So it's just trying to manage time and manage being busy and figure out how to live being busy, because it's kind of new for me. I wasn't super busy in high school. I danced and I did school, and that was about it. And then I worked somewhat, but this last year was actually the first year I worked throughout college. I mainly did not work when I was in college, and honestly, I think that was good. I have friends that worked through college, and that worked great for them, but I think it was good for me to just focus on school for a while. It made school a lot easier. It gave me more time to focus not only on school, but on myself, and I think that's important as well, too, just maintaining my own mental health. But eventually I got to a point where I moved out and obviously needed a job to be able to support myself. So that's kind of where I'm at now. But I'm almost done. So I can't complain too much about it. But anyways, that was kind of my really long and strange tangent that I don't even know anyone wanted to listen to. But there it was. So yeah, anyways, I'm kind of just finishing up this spread, I think. I used a bunch of overlays on it. I was going to save some overlays and then just decided that if I was going to like do a bunch of overlays, I might as well just use all of them. So I did, and I got to use the double box one for the scene that's on the weekend. And I think that came out really cute too. I really liked being able to use that. I don't think I've used a double box scene overlay before. So I think that ended up cute. Also, I wanted to ask, does anyone have a good way for putting down the, what are these called that I'm putting down right now? Like the hole punch, like reinforcers, hole reinforcers. I struggle so hard, and I don't know if it's just me or if everybody struggles like this, putting down these stupid, like reinforcers in an efficient way. I feel like it takes me forever to do it. And I go between just trying to use my fingers because I feel like that's faster, and then trying to use the tweezers because that seems to like line them up better when I use the tweezers. But it just takes so long that like it frustrates me. And then I get the inside part of the sticker like stuck, and then I have to like peel it out. Do you know what I'm trying to talk about? Like, it's perforated on the inside, so you have to just take the little circle and leave the inside circle. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That seems so confusing. But yeah, it's just, I struggle with these. And I'm wondering if there's a more efficient way, and I feel like the answer is probably no. But I was just curious if anyone had any tricks on how to do those, because I struggle every single time. So yeah, there's that. Also, up in the upper left corner, I need like the month scripts to put up there, because I feel like that just looks so empty especially because I don't put deco up there. I put all my deco on my bottom washi, which I know it's not a lot of people do, but I learned to really like that. Using the bottom washi or using the deco on the bottom washi. I don't know, I just feel like it looks less cluttered up top, and because I like to use the date covers, like, that can make it really hard to use deco, especially when it's bigger deco, which this kit definitely had some bigger deco. I just think it looks better on the bottom, but I don't know, maybe that's just a personal preference. I mean, maybe if the bottom washi was really pretty, I wouldn't want to cover it up, but a lot of the times it's just like a random, like, pattern or something that I don't really care about, so I just don't mind covering it up. And I won't put an overlay on the washi, on the bottom half of the washi, so then I kind of try not to cover up the top half of the washi with the foil overlay as much as possible. I do kind of like to stagger it a little bit, but for the most part, I try not to cover that up, and then I feel like it just makes it, I don't know, I mean, I guess it kind of looks a little cluttered, but way less cluttered than if I was to try and use it on the top half. So I don't know. I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that, but I know most people put it on the top half, and I don't know. It's just not my thing, but let me know down below how you think it looks. Oh, also, this weekend banner is so crooked, and I tried to peel it up, and it was peeling up because I had those overlays, but then when I get to the middle half of it, it started peeling up the overlay and peeling up the ink, and so I just said screw it, but it was bugging me that I was off center, so I ended up using like one of these little bows from the like just deco from the foil bundle and kind of put it on the side, and I think it like evened it out a little bit. I mean, it's not perfect, but it just made it feel more even on those double boxes, so I don't know. I thought it ended up looking better. Maybe that's just me. But anyways, let's move. So now we're going on to the day by day. So yeah, this is how the spread turned out, though, the base at least. I think it ended up really cute. I like that I finally used silver. I think it just made it kind of look clean, which of course it's a spring cleaning kit. So you can also see I added some things into the sidebar, just kind of how I was feeling for the week. So anyways, let's get you zoomed in so you can kind of see what I've got going on. So the first thing I did on Monday was sleep in, which who doesn't want to sleep in on a Monday? I feel like everybody, that's like the goal. So then I went to work after that, kind of mark that right there. So to mark sleeping in, I'm using this little icon that came with the kit. So it's just a like guy and a girl sleeping in together. And then this sleep-in script is from Plannahanna. There's that. And then this icon is also from the kit itself. And the work script is from the foil bundle that I used. Put that there. Perfect. So moving on down here. When I got home from work, I worked on, actually this needs to go this way. I worked on some homework, so put that in. And then later that night, I ended up getting a migraine, unfortunately. Can you see that? Yeah. I get migraines pretty often, so that's not super new. So I spent most of the rest of that night just kind of relaxing, trying to get rid of that migraine. So this little icon is once again from the kit, and that is pretty much how I felt doing my homework. That's pretty much how I feel like about doing homework literally any day. And anyways, the homework script is from, I think, LynnerDesigns. And then the little migraine icon I got from Nightingale Paper Co. It's a little Winston. Put him in there. And then the last little icon I got from the kit itself again. And then that's just kind of for relaxing. That's pretty much what I do when I like hang out by myself and relax for the night, is sit and eat snacks in my bed and watch either Netflix or YouTube or I don't know, anything. And the relax script is from Plannahanna. So then moving on to Tuesday. So Tuesday, I ended up staying up really late the night before. Honestly, I don't know why, but I just did not sleep well. And then I had to go to my internship, which is not great because I didn't sleep well the night before. So having to go and like be productive early in the morning is kind of difficult, but that is gonna leave a bubble. That's good enough. It's still crooked, but whatever. And then we went on a walk at my internship this day, like a wellness walk. If you've not seen any of my videos before, I'm a social worker, or I'm going to be a social worker. And so my internship is social work based, and so we go on wellness walks to kind of get everybody moving for the day. Everybody including like the clients. We don't just go by ourselves. So anyways, for not sleeping very well, I had that little doodle, or that little character from the kit itself. And then this up late script is from Plannahanna. And then to mark my internship, I have this little Nightingale Paper Co. Winston on a computer. And then this is a custom internship script from LynnerDesigns. So we got that. And then to mark going on the walk, I wanted to use this Winston from Nightingale Paper Co. with all the little butterflies. I think this was from her freebie. I don't know if that's available in her shop, but it's super cute. And I wanted to use that because it was like feeling nice out, the weather was good, and so I just thought it would be good to mark with like the little butterflies and things. So then moving on, I wanted to mark that I had a crazy busy day at my internship. Most days at my internship are slow, so having a busy day is honestly a good thing in my opinion, just because then you're not bored, which I hate being bored and not having anything to do. And then I wanted to mark that I had a bunch of Zoom meetings that day once I got home. So I had one Zoom meeting with one of my professors that she was putting on to answer questions about our paper that we had coming up to be due. And then the next Zoom meeting was with my group for a group project for a different class that I had to work on. So to mark the busy day at my internship, I have that character from the kit itself that came in the little character sheet. To mark my Zoom calls, I have this Winston from Nightingale Paper Co. that's on Zoom. And then to mark just some me time at the end of the day, I have this character from the kit itself. It came with the kit. And I used this last week too. I know it's supposed to mark her like going to the movies, but I just use it for me time because I don't really ever go to the movies. And this is pretty much, like I told you, I always eat snacks when I just hang out by myself. So that's kind of what I look like. So the next thing I had to mark for Wednesday was that I got my tax money back. So my tax return came in. I also had payday this day, which is like beautiful, like having both of those things hit in my bank account at the same time. let's scooch this up just a little bit. Then we can scooch this up. Does that fit now? We'll just overlap everything a little bit and it'll be fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. I don't care. Okay, so to mark my tax return, this was a doodle that came with the kit, and it's just like an envelope with some money in it. So that's to mark my tax return. And then to mark my payday, I have this little piggy bank sticker that came with the kit. And it's kind of huge, but we'll just stick it right there to mark payday. And then the payday script is from the foil bundle I used. Just stick that in there. And then to mark that I filmed this day, I filled a plan with me, which I normally do on Wednesdays. I have that little Winston from Nightingale Paper Co. and this film script from Scribble Prints Co. in silver. Okay, so moving on. After I did all of that in the morning, I went to work. And then I came home from work and did some homework because that's just what I do apparently, is go to work, go to my internship and homework, or at least that's what my life feels like. And then I wanted to mark that I was really stressed out for my homework this day just because I didn't really know what I was doing. So pretty much the Zoom meetings that I had the day before didn't help in clarifying what we were supposed to be doing for one of my classes in the paper, and so I was just confused. So anyways, to mark working, I have this little character from, can you see that here? From the kit itself, walking a dog. If you've not seen my videos before, I work at a doggy daycare, so I always use little dog icons to mark going to work. This work script is from the foil bundle. To mark doing my homework, this girl is also from this kit, and she's just doing homework. I don't ever do homework like on actual books. I always get like e-textbooks, but whatever, it means the same thing in my head. And the homework script, this one is from Plannahanna. I don't know if that'll, there you go, Plannahanna. And then to mark just being very stressed, I have this Not Today Winston from Nightingale Paper Co. So we'll put him like right there. Okay, so that's the first half of the week. Let me zoom you out so you can kind of see. That's kind of what it looks like. Let me zoom you out a little more. There we go. So that's what it looks like so far before I write anything in. Super cute. So let's move on. Okay. So on Thursday, I wanted to mark that I was tired, probably just from being up late trying to work on that homework assignment that I was super stressed about, and that I couldn't figure out for the life of me. This professor just, I don't know, she just is not a very good professor, and so even when she was trying to be helpful, she was not being helpful pretty much. So to mark being tired, I have this little Winston from Nightingale Paper Co with the little teddy bear and a little blanket. So I'll mark that. And then for my internship, I have a doodle that came with the kit, which is just a little computer doodle. Put that in there. And then the internship script is that custom from LynnerDesigns. Okay, moving on to the bottom half of the week. I wanted to mark that I had another busy day at my internship, which, like I said, is not very common. Normally we're pretty slow, so it was just a busy week for us. And then I came home and did more homework because that's just my life. And then, of course, finished off the day with some me time because once I do homework, I have to, like, spend some relaxing time before I go to bed, or I will literally just, I don't even know, I can't function. So to mark a busy day, I have this Winston from Nightingale Paper Co. It's just kind of like a face palm. I think that came from the freebie, one of the freebies as well. Then this little character to mark doing homework is from the kit itself. And then the homework script is from LynnerDesigns again. And then to mark me time, I used a doodle that came with the kit as well, which is like a little candle and like a little face mask, which I don't really use face masks and I don't like candles, but I thought that was cute to mark as some me time. So then moving on to Friday, I woke up and edited a video, probably that same video that I filmed that Wednesday. There we go. And then I uploaded that video. I tend to try and just edit and upload all in the same day. I feel like it just makes it easier so I don't forget and just have this like done video sitting around. So then after that I went to work, which these are gonna have to overlap again, but that's fine. So to mark editing, I used this little icon that came with the foil bundle. So it looks like that's just a little like computer. And then I used an edit script from Scribble Prints Co. Can go right there. To mark uploading, I have this little Winston character with the like YouTube button, Nightingale Paper Co. And then the upload script is also from Scribble Prints Co. in silver. And then to mark going to work, this little icon is from the foil bundle as well. It's a little phone because I work as a receptionist at the doggy daycare, so that kind of works to mark working as well. And then the work script is from the foil bundle as well. So we got that. Then moving on to the bottom half. So I ended up buying stickers this day, which, what is new? And then I went over to my friend's house after work and babysat her daughter. Her baby is like, I think 6 months now, so she had some things she wanted to go do, and so I offered after work to go babysit. So to mark buying more stickers, that is a little bunny from LynnerDesigns. And then I didn't really have any like baby stickers or like babysitting stickers, so I thought this little, I know it's a paper clip because I thought the bow kind of looked like a hair bow for a little girl, and I was babysitting a little girl, so I just used that to mark that for the day. So moving on to Saturday. So the first big thing was right in the morning, Josh, my fiance, woke me up and told me that the dog ate part of his cinnamon raisin bagel, which, if you're not familiar with the dogs, they cannot have raisins because they cannot have grapes. It can make their liver shut down, and I have a smaller dog, so even just a little bit can be really dangerous to him. So we spent the whole morning pretty much panicking, and we gave him some hydrogen peroxide, which also, if you don't know, hydrogen peroxide can make them throw up. So we were trying to get him to just throw it up on his own so we didn't have to take him to the emergency vet. But it wasn't really working, so we eventually ended up having to call his vet and ask him if he would be okay, pretty much, and then the vet said he was fine. So then we were like, oh. So then we just gave him hydrogen peroxide for nothing, and the poor guy, he knew what it meant, the hydrogen peroxide. We'd only ever had to do that to him one other time, and it was for eating a grape. Oh yeah, that's cooking. So he knew, like, what the hydrogen peroxide meant, and he knew it was gonna make him not feel good and make him throw up. So, like, he didn't want it at all. We were like, sorry, buddy, like, we have to, especially if you don't want to go to the vet. Like, he doesn't want to go to the vet. We don't want to take him to the vet. Overall, just not a great idea. So, oh my god. I'm just leaving it. I can't. So anyways, yeah, that was our morning, and then he did eventually end up throwing up anyway, so whatever. But that was our morning, so I'm marking that with a little paw print from Plannahanna. I really want to get some stickers that look like him, but he's a mixed breed, so it's really hard to find any that, like, will look like him. So then, anyways, I also wanted to mark that I was just extra tired this day because I got woken up early. Well, earlier than I normally would, because I had to deal with my dog and help Josh because Josh had to go to work. So, and then I wanted to mark that I went to work, which is why I'm using that little dog icon to work at a doggy daycare. And then the work script is from the foil bundle. So then I wanted to mark that I went to my friend's house in the afternoon after I got off of work to just spend some time with her. We used to spend, like, every day with each other in high school, which I feel like most people do when they have a really close friend in high school. They just hang out with them, like, every day. However, once you get older, you realize that's just not likely anymore. She lives far away from me, so it's hard to get to see her anymore. We're both in school, in college, so we're just busy people. We both work. We both have internships. It's just, we're busy people. So I like to try and spend some time with her. So I wanted to mark that. So to mark going over to her house, I have this little Winston in a car that I thought was so cute from Nightingale Paper Co. And then I have another Winston to mark that we made little salmon bowls, the salmon bowls off of TikTok with the rice and the seaweed. If you know, you know. So that little Chef Winston is from Nightingale Paper Co. That's what we made for dinner. And then we just had a wine night, so we just kind of hung out, drank some wine, and talked. And that little wine glass is from the foil bundle. So then moving on, I wanted to mark for Sunday that there was a huge traffic jam on our way down to my parents' house this day. We go to my parents' every Sunday, me and Josh. We go to church down there, and then we hang out with my parents for the day, and his brother always goes over to my parents' house. Our family is a very strange dynamic, I guess, but I've known my fiance literally, like, since I was 12 years old. Of course, we weren't dating back then, but I've just known him forever, so his family is really close with my family, and so his brother and his brother's girlfriend always go over to my parents' house as well, to kind of hang out with us. Just on Sundays, and we all kind of watch movies and just hang out, and yeah, so that's kind of the dynamic we got going on. So anyways, to mark going to my parents' house, I had another one of those Winstons in a car, and this green does not match, but it's fine. We're going to use it anyways. Nightingale Paper Co. And then this is another Winston with a little heart, and I wanted to put that over here. Oh, sorry, this one is for the, this car is for the traffic jam that we got stuck in because there is so much construction going on now that it's getting warmer, and I just have to deal with it. And then marking going to my parents' house with a little Winston with a heart. And then I wanted to mark taking my dog to daycare. So like I said, I work at a doggy daycare. My dog also attends that doggy daycare. So I wanted to mark that with a little bone and ball that is from LynnerDesigns. And then I wanted to mark we went to church that day after we had been at my parents' house for a little bit. Church doesn't start until like 11, so we kind of hang out over there for a little bit in the morning so we can get my dog to daycare because he has to be dropped off before 10 o'clock. And then I wanted to mark that we went to On the Border to get some tacos after church. Actually, we are not going to have that much room, so I'm going to move everything up. But yeah, we went to On the Border with Josh's brother and his girlfriend just to get some food after church. It was so good. I love On the Border. I don't know if that's like I'm almost positive that's a chain that like lots of people have and lots of states have, but it's like American Mexican food. It's not really authentic, but it works for me. Okay, so we went to On the Border, and then I went to Sam's Club with my mom and my aunt, just because they wanted to, and I figured might as well. I got some Sam's Club muffins because those are literally superior. Okay, what is crooked? I think this blue one. I think it's all just a little bit crooked, to be completely honest, but what can you do? Is that better? Sort of, not really. Oh well, okay, whatever. So to mark church, I have a little church icon from Plannahanna. That can go right there. To mark getting Del Taco, I have this little character from the kit itself holding a taco. Can you see that? There you go. You can kind of see now. So she's got her little taco for Del Taco. To mark Sam's Club, I've got this little character from the kit itself as well. And then the grocery icon is from the foil bundle. Just to mark groceries. And then the last thing was just to mark some family time. Like I said, we always end up meeting up and watching a bunch of movies together on Sundays. So this is both the icon and the script are from the foil bundle. So that is everything for this week. Let me zoom you out so you can see it all again. I think it came out so cute. I know it's a little early to have the spring cleaning because this was just the first week of March, but I don't know, I just think it was so cute that I wanted to use it, and the silver, like I said, looks so good and clean with this kit, and yeah, I'm just obsessed with it. I think it came out so cute. Hope you liked this video. Comment down below what other videos you'd like to see, and leave a like if you liked it as well. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.